Okay, welcome to the series of golf tips on how to improve your game, brought to you by Les Mills and New Zealand Golf. Today we're going to be looking at warming up. At Les Mills, whenever we do a class, whenever you work with a personal trainer, there is always a warm-up. Think about chewing gum. If it's cold, you pull it, it snaps. If it's warm, it stretches. That's the way you want to be, nice and warm. So let's have a look at warming up. Warming up, why is it important? I mean, we all get told we're supposed to warm up and then hardly anyone does it. So we're going to find out today why you need to warm up for your game. Dom.
Thanks, Ish. Yeah, quite often we see the average golfer come straight out of the car park, wants to stand on the first tee and hit the golf ball 250 metres down the middle of the fairway. It's just not going to happen. The average tour pro will spend between 45 minutes and an hour stretching or warming up the muscles before they play. So it's vitally important to reduce the risk of injury, and for you to have the best out of your game of golf, you've got to warm up your muscles. We were lucky enough to have Ramsey McMasters, the Australian physiotherapist, give us some really good warm-up exercises. We're going to show you 4 of those today that's going to assist you and allow you to go out there and play some great golf. So we've got Ben Kendall back with us here, and he's going to go through a little bit of a golf warm-up with us. Now, some of the stuff that he might have done in the past might be slightly different, so I want to get a little bit of a background of what Ben does before he goes and tees off or plays his round of golf. So, Ben, what do you do on a typical day when you're about to play a round?
Just a few shoulder exercises and a few hamstring stretches, but obviously the more you do, the better, so
okay.
Keen to learn some new stretches.
Excellent. First thing we want to know is we just want to know, do you have any injuries or anything we need to be aware of?
No.
Perfect.
No.
We're working with a great specimen, a physically fit gentleman. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a warm-up of his hips and his trunk, and we're going to do a rotation exercise where Ben just holds the golf club out straight in front of him, and he's going to bring the opposite knee to the opposite elbow in a rotational exercise. Perfect. So we've got left elbow, left knee, left elbow, right knee, and just if you do that just as fast as perfect. You just keep doing that 5 times each side. Keep going. Good. So he's doing this quite slow and quite deliberate, just getting the technique right. You can start to speed this up a little bit as you get more and more into it. But what we've got here is we've got Ben warming up his core muscles, warming up his hips and his lower body, also getting some rotation going, exactly what you're going to be doing when you're standing there on the first tee, wanting to rotate and hit that golf drive down the middle of the fairway. Excellent. So that's our first tip. The second tip we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit around about warming up the lateral muscles in our hips and our sides. So we're going to bend down here into a squat position with both legs at 90 degrees. We're just going to get Ben just to rotate, keeping his head in the golf club in the same position. So we've got a good stretch all the way down the lat muscles here, into the hip, and on his right leg over here we've got a really good stretch throughout the quadricep and up into the to the hip flexor here. So he's going to do that just once on each side, and he's just going to hold for around about 3 to 5 seconds, making sure he's breathing as he's doing this. Really good techniques. Now just swap legs. We're just going to now do the other side. Ben's got some really good form here. He's got a really good stretch, as you can see, all the way throughout the lats. Really good into the hip flexors. This is going to allow him to hold his posture as he's swinging the golf club. He's going to be nice and warm, and he's going to be limber, reduces the risk of injury. Fantastic. All right, so next exercise we're going to do here is a little bit of Tai Chi. So this is a great exercise for warming up all the muscles in your body. So we take our golf posture with 1 foot back, 1 foot forward, little tilt forwards. We're going to imagine that we're going to be pushing a bus. So we've got one of our Auckland buses here has just stopped at the traffic lights, and we're going to tense every single muscle, and we're going to imagine that bus is in front of us and we're trying to push it and get it started. And make sure that we keep our posture, making sure that we're breathing as we're doing this. Perfect. So this is firing up every single muscle in our body. We're tensing it, then we're relaxing it. So it's getting the blood flowing through all the muscles in our body. This is a really good way of getting nice and warm before you stand there on that first tee and look to hit that drive. Excellent. Really good form. Brilliant. So Ben will do 5 of those before he tees off. Staying in that golf posture, just staying forward. Brilliant. How do you feel there? Nice and... Yes, the muscles have got the blood flowing to them now. So the last exercise we're going to do, and this was one of Ramsey McMaster's favourites, was he called it the pistol grips. So we're going to give our nice pistol grips here, we're going to get ourselves into our golf posture with our elbows tucked in by our sides. So just into a good golf posture there, Ben. Keeping the lower body nice and stable. He's just going to rotate his shoulders around about 20 to 30 degrees. Perfect. So that's all he has to do, and then back to the start again. So he should feel a nice stretch all the way through the core muscles here, keeping the pelvis nice and stable. We're just warming up our trunk and our core muscles here. So Ben would do that 3 to 4 to 5 times before he tees off, and it warms up those rotational muscles that we're going to be using and utilising when we're swinging the golf club. How do you feel, Ben?
Yeah, very good.
Ready to go and hit one?
Definitely.
300 metres?
Yeah, close to anyway.
Thanks very much.
Okay, so we're here with Ben, or maybe I should call you Bendy after that. How are you feeling after that?
Very good, yeah. It's definitely something I think I should do more of for golf, and feeling like I play a good round of golf now.
Cool. So there's 4 exercises that you can apply to your game. Warm up before you play. That's a great piece of advice. If you want more advice, come down and see the experts at Les Mills.